clear and coherent China strategy from this administration. But all we're getting is a muddled mess.
Biden administration under pressure to bolster defense capabilities in an effort to keep pace with China's expanding arsenal following the audacious firing of reportedly not one but possibly two hypersonic missiles over the summer. Now our nation's highest-ranking military officer, General Mark Milley, confirms that the U.S. is on watch on this.
What we saw was a very significant event of a test of a hypersonic weapon system. And it is very concerning. I don't know if it's quite a Sputnik moment, but I think it's very close to that. So it's a very significant technological event that occurred, or test that occurred by the Chinese, and it has all of our attention.
Joining me now, Congressman Michael Walton of Florida. He is the first Green Beret elected to Congress. He also served as counterterrorism advisor to former Vice President Cheney. Congressman Walton, it's always good to have you with us. Thank you very much. What did you think of what the Joint Chiefs had to say about this? This is the first time we've heard from him on it.
Well, I was actually out at the Space Command and at NORAD, which is responsible for defending the United States and North America against nuclear attack, just a few weeks ago. And can't get into the details, Martha, but let me say this. This is a Sputnik moment. It's Sputnik with a nuclear warhead that can reach your house or our command and control or anything it wants within minutes. And it's maneuverable. It can fly around our radars and go places where we can't see it. And it falls to the earth so fast that our missile defenses can't defend against it. This is incredibly alarming. We need to wake up to the fact that the Chinese Communist Party, led by Chairman Xi, is in a Cold War with the United States, is openly talking about replacing the United States, and is putting the military assets in place that we can't defend against.
So here's the way that General Austin, the Secretary of Defense, describes how he sees our relationship with China.
You've heard me say a number of times that China is my pacing challenge, and we're going to remain focused on that.
What does that mean, my pacing challenge?
Well, when the military says that, that means we have all kinds of threats out there: Iran, North Korea, Russia. But this is ship for ship, plane for plane, tank for tank. This is the adversary that we have to keep pace with to maintain deterrence and keep stability around the world, and God forbid if we ever go to blows, to be able to fight and defeat and win. So our doctrine, our procurement, where we're deploying forces around the world needs to be focused on China as more so than it does all of those other threats. It's top priority. But here's the thing, Martha, this is a much broader issue than military. This hypersonic weapon and the other weapons they're deploying, they're stealing the technology from our universities, from our research institutions, through cyber, and it's our money through our trade deficit, through the investments that Wall Street is making, through these corporations like Nike and Coke and Apple and others. It's American money that's fueling this military buildup, and it's American technology that they're stealing in order to replace us as a global leader.
Just as one example, I mean, that's extraordinary. We hear about it from athletes now. We've heard it from the Celtics basketball player and other people who are trying to get everyone to wake up to what we have already allowed to happen in the United States in terms of our advantage. But something struck me the other day. I read a statement that said that the United States would probably lose against China in a battle for Taiwan. Do you agree with that?
Well, the war games that we're running now, that's the case, Martha. The first shots are almost always fired in space and cyberspace. If they have the capability to drop whole portions of our grid, if they have the capability to take out our GPS or our satellite constellations that our entire economy, modern economy, depends on, and our military depends on, then yes. And I think what they bank on is that we lack the political will in this White House, where they smell weakness, and even more broadly, to commit what we need to commit to defend Taiwan. But really what it is defending the global economy and stability led by the United States.
You have spoken out about building a more sort of structured alliance with India.
Right. Well, we've never faced an adversary with an economy that is bigger than ours and that has created dependencies, whether it's our pharmaceuticals or rare earth minerals or you name it, that we've become dependent on. I don't know that we can keep pace with them alone, but we can when it comes to the world's largest democracy, India, Japan, Australia, and NATO together. What we have that China doesn't have are friends and allies, but we have to lead them. And what they have to know they can depend on us. And right now, after this Afghanistan debacle, that's really in doubt with this White House.
Yeah, that is the alliance, as you describe it, that would need to be put together to really confront China on all of these levels. And you're speaking out about it today. Representative Michael Waltz, always good to see you, sir. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks so much, Michael.
Great to see you.
All right, thanks.